Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be performing an engine oil service on a 2014 Toyota Corolla. For tools, you're going to need a 3/8 ratchet, a 14mm socket, and the oil filter wrench. And this is an oil funnel. I'll have all these tools linked down in the description. It's also a good idea to have a roll of paper towels. You're going to need one drain plug gasket. This is the part number, and they look like this. One oil filter. This is the part number. This Corolla has the cartridge filter. Some of them have the whole case that you need to replace, so just be sure to check which one you need. And the filter comes with one gasket for the O-ring. This is what the oil filter looks like when you need to replace the cartridge. If you have the metal case, it's going to look a little different. The drain plug or the oil pan is going to be located on the passenger side off to the right side next to the oil filter. This right here is a drain bolt, and this is going to be a 14mm.
Crack loose the 14mm drain bolt and remove it by hand. And now you're just going to let the oil drain out. Once it comes down to a small dribble, just like this, grab yourself a small flathead screwdriver, take off the old gasket. Sometimes they get unstuck pretty hard, so just using a flathead screwdriver will really help to loosen it up. And now we're going to torque down the drain bolt. Torque spec is going to be 37 Newton meters or 27 foot-pounds. Once you have that torque down, go ahead and loosen up the oil filter from the oil filter housing. You're going to need to use a special wrench. Slowly loosen up the oil cap the rest of the way. Remove the old filter and gasket. I used 2 fingers to lever it out of the way. Using a small pick would help too. Slide in the new O-ring. And make sure when you install the new O-ring, you install it in the correct groove. This is the area where it needs to be. Then you slide in the new oil filter. Make sure you get it to snap in, just like this. And then you're going to put in the filter and torque it down. Torque spec for the oil filter housing is going to be 17.5 Newton meters or 13 foot-pounds. We're going to be using 5 quarts of Mobil 1 0W20. Once I have it all filled up, just put in the cap. And start the engine. Let it run for about a minute or two. And then shut it off. Then we're going to recheck the engine oil level. You want to recheck it after you let the engine run for a few minutes because the oil level will drop once it fills up the oil filter. So you can see here I'm just shy of full, so we're going to top it off. I used about another quart of engine oil. And now to reset the service light, you're going to turn on ignition, switch it over to trip A using the display button. Then we're going to turn off ignition. And now you have to hold that display button on the steering wheel, turn on ignition, and you're going to keep holding until you see these dashes go down as a countdown on your dash, and you see the zeros flash continuously. Then you can start the engine and you'll see that the maintenance light is no longer there. Alright, so that's the end of the video. If you liked it, if you learned something, or if I helped you save some money, consider subscribing to the channel and click right here in the top left corner for more videos on the Toyota Corolla. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.